Trying to move on, but the phone's still lit here. We'll talk to Annie. She's from Queens. Annie, what's up?
Hi, how are you?
Pretty good, man.
Yeah, young guys, they just look at older women, I'm in my 40s, for sex, and it's a pain. I mean, younger guys, meaning, who do we have to choose from? Someone who's like 70? I was online, this man, 70 years old, married, asked me out. It's horrible, you know?
Well, how old are you? You said 45? What did she say?
Something old and ridiculous.
41, I'm sorry, Annie. So what's wrong with going after the young guys for a little while?
Well, what do you think is appropriate for a 41-year-old?
A 70-year-old man who's going to treat you like you're a young woman, like a, you know, what do you call him?
A Chippy.
Daddy. Don't you want a 70-year-old man treat you like you're a sugar dad, like you're his sugar mama?
I have no sugar to give any guy.
Oh God!
It's all sacred now.
She's left.
Right.
It's left her. No sweetness left.
That's why
she's sugarless.
She's got some of that cooking chocolate. Oh, yeah.
Be a companion.
Hey, so what? You want someone?
No. I don't want. Listen. I've been abstinent now for 5 years.
Oh, you got to stop.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man.
I never married. I was always waiting for the right man to what? Oh, geez.
What, do you got a long dress and witch shoes and...
No.
What do you dress like Lizzie Borden?
No, I believe
Why don't you just have kids and throw them in the bathtub and go to jail?
Hey, she believes in love, Patrice.
Oh, Jesus.
Let the woman be.
You're too old.
Well, you know, why should she have settled? There's a lot of people out there, they get a little older and they just settle and say, it's not going to get better than this. I'm not in love with this person. We're going to... Oh, you... And I was trying to defend you.
I got 2 words for you, sweetie. TikTok.
Yeah, that's TikTok for you, too.
No, it's not TikTok. Don't you... It's not. It's
you don't
not.
Think you'll ever be in diapers?
No, I will, but here's the thing. Here's the difference between you and us. One is that there will be a woman who will love me enough to walk around in with my diapers, because I'm a guy. You're going to have trouble finding a guy that's going to do that for you.
Change my diapers.
You got to start giving it up. Why would you hold on to 45-year-old goods?
42.
42? That's like having unfrozen meat sitting around on the counter for 5 years.
Okay, first of all, be respectful. Be nice.
No. This is respectful. I'm being respectful.
You know what show you called?
Here's the thing. This is why you're not finding love. Listen to you. You don't give it up. You sound like a giant parrot. This is the problem. You're not in a bargaining chip. Let me tell you your value. The value of women. Listen, the value of women is like cars. It ain't like houses.
I should explain.
That's a horrible statement. Because are you married?
Annie, hold on. Let me jump in here, Annie. I got to explain that Patrice looks at relationships a bit different than almost 90% of the people out there
that got bored with their husbands.
Mm-hmm.
Why get married? I never married because I wanted to be with someone.
And you sound so happy. And and forever's only
wait. She still has hope in her heart.
Hope?
She still has hope.
Hope and no plan.
I'm actually with this one.
I hope I get
hold
rich.
on. I respect what she's saying, because there's a lot of people that get married and go, time to get married, and they settle.
She's not saying that, though.
She's still hoping to find someone around her age that she can fall in love with and marry.
What is she screeching about, though?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Let me hear what she's screeching about.
She's screeching because...
What do you have to say?
Attacks and she called the radio show.
Wait, what do you have to say? Let her have her piece here. What do you say?
Women have to be respectable and not run around and say, look, I got bored of my husband after a year or two. That is disgusting and ridiculous. And they're not cougars. They're just idiots. Because marriage is about being forever. I mean, it's supposed to be for best. And you guys have so much power in your hands. You could change the minds of people and tell them, listen, 30 years ago was forever. Why within 30 years it's changed and it's been for a year? Oh, I'm bored because he doesn't get me off. I mean, that's horrible. It's not even human. So God bless you guys, and I hope you wake some people up to the right way and to marry forever.
Oh, boy.
Forever.
That's why I did not marry. And don't say, oh, boy. And that's why I did not marry.
What part of Pennsylvania you live in?
Marriage should be forever.
Or Utah. Which part of Utah do you live in?
Utah.
You don't live where regular people
live. I'm born and raised in New York City.
No way. Where do you live now?
New Amsterdam.
It's okay worldwide, okay? It's worldwide. Look at the Muslims. We have our enemies. Our enemies, not our enemies.
We can't. They cover everything up.
Whatever they are, who knows?
You were right. Our enemies.
Look at the Muslims. They stay together forever. In the world market.
All right, so we should start beating our women with sticks and victimizing rape victims and arresting them and doing. Are you insane? Were you just trying to equate Muslim marriages to our own? The fact that they stay together.
She's a kook.
They stay together because if the woman leaves, she gets killed.
No, not at all. What I'm trying to say.
How many cats do you own?
Families will hold till the end.
Crazy cat lady.
Because they don't believe in. I'm not Catholic. I'm a Greek Orthodox.
Now, how many cats do you own?
Their families will hold till the end because they don't believe. I don't think they believe in divorce. They do other horrible things. They marry many women, so I won't even go into that.
They don't believe in divorce. No, like the woman just gets killed.
Okay, so
if she leaves or looks at another guy. You're talking about a savage way of life.
Have you ever had a relationship, ma'am?
Of course.
When?
In my years ago.
Years ago. What happened? What happened?
Something bad happened. In your relationship.
What happened?
She's not well.
Why?
No, how did the relationship end? It sounds like it didn't end well whatsoever. Not that any relationship ends well.
What happened?
Seems like it was real bad. Yeah.
Well, I was working on a big film. I got him a job driving Emma Thompson around in the camper. I don't know. He just wasn't there for me emotionally when he wasn't there for me, and I didn't want to marry him.
You got sick or something?
He wasn't. No, he wanted me to marry him and live in a small town in Greece. And raise his kids.
Oh, Greece. She didn't want to give up.
Doing that. I
get it.
regret not just marrying and being his wife and raising his kids and having his family. I regret that now that I'm in my 40s and I haven't married and haven't had children and don't have a family.
Oh, a little regret.
Waited out for the guy to come along and have the family with.
Just waiting.
I regret giving up marriage for a career.
Just waiting. You're waiting. Make it happen, ma'am.
I am making a
career. She's online. A 70-year-old married guy just hit on her.
Yeah. Online. You're meeting people online.
She's trying, man.
Just go out and say hello to people. Touch people. Let people touch you.
Yeah, that computer crap is, that ain't going to get the job done. Are you on Match.com or something?
I want to tell you guys that a lot of people respect your opinions.
No, they don't.
And when yes, they do.
Not really.
You can change the world. And I hope you change it to women don't leave their...
If I could change the world, that would be last on my list.
They leave their husbands because the sex isn't good. That's ridiculous. You're supposed to be...
But you're a person who has not been satisfied sexually to even say that. You can't qualify that statement because you haven't had good sex.
All right, hold on. We got Steve. All right, hold on, Annie. I'm going to try to set you up here. We got Steve in Westchester. Steve, you're on with Annie from Queens. We might have a love match here, believe it or not. Go ahead, Steve. Oh,
Steve.
There was your chance, Annie, and he has a bad cell phone.
You heard him.
Steve.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. I'm not even kidding. Steve says I want to marry Annie.
I've been on over 50 dates in the past year, and it's just horrible to be in your 40s.
Can I ask you
50 dates in the past year? So
50, at least 50.
So what are these dates like for you?
What are they like?
Shut up. Steve.
Can you get this stop?
Don't even take me.
What are the dates like?
Well, I don't want to make an effort and go far from my home, so I meet them usually.
We're talking to a cyber whore, man.
So,
oh my God.
So what do they do?
I usually meet them at a cafe because at first we used to go out to dinner. I don't want them wasting money,
I mean, I was with you, Annie.
Why do you do this to me? I can hear it.
I try to have a little bit of an open mind these days. I was with her, but man, this.
And you're not gonna have sex till marriage, right, Annie?
I don't know.
Wait, you're not having sex?
No, I'm not a virgin.
You haven't had sex in 5 years, but you're doing other things, right?
I'm not a virgin.
Yeah, but when
I wanted to be a nun. No, the truth is,
spit one out as she's talking to us.
I'm picturing her looking like one of the whores that Jack the Ripper killed. She's dressed her wig. She has some long
Okay, are you on
boots.
some kind of a computer that's typing all this to you so you could come up with stuff?
No, we're kind of brilliant, to be honest with you.
She just sounds... You
I
just
sound like a whore?
No, not that. I'm picturing...
Do I sound like those women?
Ma'am, there's a thing called context, and I'm sure since you've been locked...
Hold on. You brought up Africa, Kenya. Would you go to Kenya for some young black males?
Absolutely not. Are you nuts?
Better thing.
Are you crazy?
Kathy Bates from that movie where she killed her husband through a hole.
Yeah, okay.
Listen, I
Definitely Kathy Bates.
What's the movie with Kathy Bates? Let me tell you something.
Dolores Claiborne.
Dolores Claiborne. That's this woman.
Hey, I like Annie.
I don't dislike Annie, but she's Dolores Claiborne.
She doesn't want to go to Kenya for young black males. She thinks, are you nuts?
If she gets a hold of you, she's going to break your ankles with a hammer.
What is she doing, though, on the dates if she hasn't had sex in 5 years?
At first, we used to go to, they wanted to take me to dinner. I said, no, we're going to go for either coffee or tea. I don't want you spending money because then it turns out they spend money.
You owe them something.
Guilty. Yeah. This one guy, he didn't even want to pay for the dinner, and I'm from a generation. And then I realized, look, it's only right to go 50-50. I don't know these people. They want to take.
You know what? If a guy isn't willing to pay for dinner, or he wants to go 50-50, run.
No, she doesn't want the guy to pay.
Because then she's obligated.
Oh, really?
She owes them something.
He had to be a gentleman. He should have been a gentleman.
What are you looking for in these dates?
I'm looking for a long-term relationship leading to marriage. What else is there?
Holy mother of God. How are you going to do that when these guys are just out trying to get some?
Yeah, but maybe she runs into one that isn't. I don't know. It happens all the time.
And it's a race to who kills who.
She's probably she's probably ugly.
Oh, Jesus.
I used to do stand-up in New York. Anyway, I'm not going to even say my name.
She's Kathy Bates.
No,
I don't look like Kathy Bates, okay?
I kind of like her.
I used to be with a modeling agency, so I'm not bad.
Oh, you did?
So she's just some crazy good-looking broad?
Look, she's got hopes and she's got dreams. What's wrong with that? I kind of like Annie.
I just want to find a nice
But it's scary that you've had 50 dates in the last year.
50 dates.
And change his diapers one day. That's not a bad thing to want.
Oh, my God.
That's right, because if you love someone, let's say, look, you marry someone, and in 1 year, he, loses it. It's gone. He can't anymore. What are you going to do, leave him? Oh, the sex isn't good anymore? Too bad, lady.
You can stay with him. You can stay with him, but you can get some side.
No, it's not about sex.
I think sex is really important to a relationship.
Not to her.
I think so. And these women, these young women,
especially for the first 20 or 30 years.
Now, I'm really going to try to say this the right way.
Uh-huh.
Annie, have you had an orgasm in the last 5 years?
This young lady that called earlier
and
said she left her husband because she married, she's a virgin and married, and after a year she got bored. Why did you hold on to your virginity?
Annie.
What did you think it was going to be?
Annie, have you had an orgasm in the last 5 years? Or ever in your life?
Of course.
Hey, Annie, we want to set you up with
orgasmic, if that's your question. But anyway.
Hold on, we got Mike in Brooklyn. My dream for Annie is to set her. Wait, no. Hey.
She hung up.
Oh, no.
She's nuts.
She is.
There's some men tied up somewhere that said, please, God, help us.
She's not. She's not nuts. She's not nuts.
That's crazy.
Are you serious?
She's a dreamer. She's not nuts, I'm telling you. We've heard nuts on this show.
That woman is crazy.
She's not crazy, man.
Crazy as a crap house rat.
I like her. I want to have a cup of coffee with her. I want to get to know this.
Go out on one of our 50 days. You could be one of the 50.
I don't want to go out
the few, the proud.
I don't want to go out on a date or anything. There's something about her. I like her. She used to do stand-up. She's a dreamer. What did Mike want? I think Mike wanted to meet Annie. Mike, Brooklyn, what's up?
Hey, what are you doing, Hope?
Hey, man.
Where exactly in New York City is Annie?
She's in Queens, and she's Greek, so I'm thinking Astoria.
Oh, okay. How old is she?
41 or 2, I think.
41, I think she said. Now go look for her.
How old are you?
I'm 48.
Do you want to bang her, or you want to get to know her?
No, I'll get to know her first before I bang her.
But you don't want to marry her or any of that crap, right?
No, I've been there, done that twice.
Yeah, you're just looking for some action.
Yeah.
All right, maybe she'll call back.
Hell gets married twice.
How about Annie calls back and we set her up on a date? I want to get her like a black dude from Brooklyn.
What is it with the interracial hookups you want to do here? You want to send her to Kenya?
She said no way to Kenya. That was hilarious.
Yeah, well.
She goes, are you nuts? And we think she's nuts because she said 50 dates.
That's one a week.
That's one a week.
Yeah.
That didn't work out.
So she's got to be, and she's meeting him online. She said a 70-year-old married guy hit on her the other night.
And she has that awful chalkboard scratch voice.
Oh, I know.
That lady's unreasonable too. That woman has no rationale. She's nuts.
Who, Annie?
Oh, I'm surprised.
Yeah.
There's not 50 rape cases out right now in Queens.
She's not telling us everything.
He touched me. Oh my God! He shake her hand.
Yeah.
She runs down the street screaming for the cops. She's nuts.
She stopped short of something. Whether I think she might have been sick. Something.
Yeah, pills. She take pills.
Nah.
Mental pills.
Mental pills?
She has one of them conditions.
Steve.
Mental pills.
Idaho, what's up, Steve?
Hey, guys. I hate to call in and rat out my mother, but she's probably a little off like the last caller or whatever, but I don't know. She kind of went crazy after the third marriage, and she started dating young Mexican men, and the only reason I know, the only reason why I knew about it is she came over and to pick up some furniture with a small U-Haul, and here's this kid. He must be not even 18 years old, and he's helping. I go, oh, okay, cool. You got some help to move this stuff into your place and stuff, and then a little later, I see him off in the corner holding hands and kissing. Holy crap, what's going on here?
Did he lick your mother's neck and then give you a wink and a finger gun?
And another thing, too, the kid doesn't speak one bit of English, not one bit of English or whatever, so she's kind of interracial there and stuff. And at the time, she was 52, okay? She's 60 now. And I know that they were doing something, obviously, because I says, hold hands and kissing in the corner.
Don't you want to see your mom happy, though?
Yeah.
That's what I would think.
She's happy with a little Mexican guy.
Little young Mexican guy.
Maybe that's how
Mexican kid.
Maybe that's how she pays for getting the pool clean.
All intact. Hasn't had any of that religious stuff. Have to cut things off.
Sure.
She likes him like that, huh?
Exactly. Well, and you guys were talking about...
Likes the old burrito.
I know you guys were talking about Kenya. Well,
taco balls.
He's a fan of the burrito that you get. That's just a mess. It's like the shredded lettuce is just hanging over the sides.
Oh, yeah.
A little too much cheese just dripping off the side of the taco shell.
Well, that's like the taco, yeah, because I went to get Mexican the other day, and the taco I got, I couldn't even tell it was a taco.
Right.
Because there was just stuff just spilling out of it, and the shell cracked because it was all dry. And
a lot of avocado.
The meat's just hanging out of it. You got to throw some sour cream in there.
It has enough sour cream.
Sour cream. Yeah, we know how that could be, those tacos.
All right, Steve.
All right, guys.
Congratulations to your mom. Christian in Boston listening on BCN. Hurry up, Christian. We got to get out of here.
What's going on, fellas? I think you know what this girl's problem is. It's the way she's raised, or she's holding on to something for whatever it is. I'm Greek. I'm from Boston area, and I think it's her own family values that are holding her back.
Man, I've heard. Go ahead.
She's
Sorry.
not living her life for herself. She's living it for her family, which is ridiculous.
Well,
never do that.
My big fat Greek wedding opened our eyes to the Greek culture, and I was born and raised. Not raised. We moved out when I was 5, but Astoria, Queens, is very, very Greek, and so I know a little bit about the Greek culture, and they treat their. In general, I should say, the Greeks don't treat their women quite right.
I just know one thing about the Greek culture. It's what everyone knows about it.
And the 300 were doing it, too.
Right. The 300.
King Leonidas was doing it up, too.
Yeah. Flip over. This one's for Sparta.
All right. Thank you, Christian from Boston. And if you're listening...
Oh, come on, man. Don't do that.
Leonidas. Did you see that sex scene with Leonidas and his chick? At one point, He was kissing the back of her neck. Stuff going on. Yeah, Your Highness. Your Highness.